Buckeyes tier continues with 56-14 win over Huskers. Lincoln, Nebraska. AP, J.T. Barrett passed for 5 touchdowns and ran for 2 others, and 9th-ranked Ohio State scored on its first 8 possessions on its way to a 56-14 victory over Nebraska on Saturday night. The Buckeyes, 6-1, 4-0 Big Ten, continued their dominant surge since their loss to Oklahoma last month, tying their school record with a 4th straight game of scoring 50-plus points, and now get a week off before their East Division showdown with 3rd-ranked Penn State. They rolled up 633 total yards and had 41 first downs while scoring the most points by a Nebraska conference opponent in Lincoln and most overall since Minnesota won 61-7 in 1945 when the Huskers were in the Big Six. Barrett was 27 of 33 for a season-high 325 yards and rushed 10 times for 48 yards before giving way to backup Dwayne Haskins on the second series of the 4th quarter. J.K. Dobbins ran for 106 yards on 12 carries, Mike Weber had 82 yards on 18 carries, and K.J. Hill caught 7 balls for 80 yards and 2 touchdowns. It was Ohio State's 2nd straight lopsided win over the Huskers. The Buckeyes won 62-3 in Columbus last year. For Nebraska, 3-4, 2-2, this beatdown followed a 21-point home loss to Wisconsin and turned up the heat on third-year coach Mike Riley another notch or 2 or 3. Ohio State went into the game as a 24-point favorite. Nebraska hadn't been a bigger underdog at home since 1957, and was up 35-0 at halftime on a blustery evening. A trickle of fans headed for the exits when it was 21-0, and many more were gone by the start of the second half in what undoubtedly was a referendum on Riley and his staff. The stadium was less than a quarter full early in the 4th quarter. When the Huskers picked up their second first down of the game late in the 2nd quarter, fans gave them a sarcastic cheer and many let go of their red balloons. Those balloons traditionally are launched when Nebraska scores its first touchdown. That didn't come until the 3rd quarter, after it was 42-0, when Tanner Lee and J.D. Spielman hooked up for a 77-yard catch and run. Lee finished with 303 yards passing, and Spielman finished with a school record 200 yards on 11 receptions. The takeaway: Ohio State, all you need to know about the Buckeyes offense right now. They've amassed more than 500 total yards in 5 straight games and Barrett has completed 99 of 137 passes, 72%, with 18 touchdowns and no interceptions since the Oklahoma game. Oh, and the Buckeyes tied Nebraska for 4th place on the major college all-time win list with 892. Nebraska, the Huskers have lost 4 of their last 6 games, meaning they'll have to win 3 of their last 5 to become bowl eligible. The good news is that except for a trip to Penn State next month, they play more comparable opponents the rest of the way. Up next, Ohio State hosts Penn State on October 28. Nebraska plays at Purdue on October 28. More AP college football, collegefootball.app.org and twitter.com web link.